Welcome to part 12 of the 100 Baby Challenge Season 2. And in this episode, all of Zeb's kids will age up. Also, more skills to be learned. Cool. So Zeb will just not just age up her kids, but learn skills. That's the only way to pass time is to do skills. I'm not lying. If there's any other way, I could fast forward time a lot easier without cutting a lot out. There's also another reason I do skills. Hopefully somebody would call and bug us and say, hey, you want to hang out? And then I'll be like, yes, please, thank you. And see where they're actually taking me first. And then, or, so, you just don't see birthday parties. Yeah. I have to admit, this is fun. I'm excited to try the male 100 baby challenge before generations. You know what that's going to do for Prince? I mean, the first generation of Prince is the same Prince from the Super Sim Challenge. To have him with 4 generations, that means, do I have to keep the 4th generation Prince alive throughout the whole series, or what? Since he's technically immortal and part of the 100 Baby Challenge. So, I'm thinking. I'm not sure what to do. I got a while before I work on Prince, okay? That won't be for some time. I got time to think about what to actually do for his series. But for Stan, however, I don't. I may not do 4 generations for Prince. I will do for Stan, because it's already been decided. I had one comment that changed my mind. And that's what I'm going for. At least for Stan. I don't know for Prince. Still deciding that. I still get to make the decisions. Well, at least in the Stan 100 Baby Challenge, you can see different houses. And you're not going to see the same house throughout the whole series. You're going to see 4 different houses. And 4 different thumbnails. And Stan won't technically look the same in 4 generations. He's going to be a bit modified through someone else's DNA. He still would wear the red hat and everything. Not the red hat. I wish they had the red hat in Sims. I wish they had Stan's red jumpsuit in Sims 4. Something that looks like a red jumpsuit. Don't say the female tracksuit that's red. Because it looks like it gives Stan boobs. And I don't want to do that. If you put the female tracksuit on Stan, it looks like he's got boobs. So I'm not doing that, because I tried that before. It just didn't look right on him. Good. We should... That's Chastity? What? That's $7.90. I gotta get Andrew, Brock. Okay, cool. Has to age up. Time for you to light your candles. 790 aged up, Brock aged up, Andrew aged up. Now it's time for Chastity to age up. You just walk right in front of her while she's trying to blow out her candles. How rude. Remember, I'm using the random trait generator from the Sim Supply. I've done these all in advance, so I don't have to constantly look over to his website to decide which decide for traits. I just automatically write them down for later, so I don't have to go back to the site until like I'm halfway through a challenge and like, oh, I ran out of Sims to give traits to. I gotta go back. Don't worry, I still use Sim Supply's trait generator for the first generation for Stanley Tweedle. Now, I'm also trying to do Maroon Lust because I'm just biding some time for when a new pack comes out. Because I know the first generation of Stan, I'm going to use the current aspirations and traits. But when the second and third and so on, I definitely want to use something new and different. Same with the final generation Zev and the Prince 100 Baby Challenge. I want to use something different. You know, I could finally get caught up in this series because I finished Zev, the first Zev, this Zev, I finished her half. I finished the 50 kids here, and I can get caught up. While I'm on episode 12, I finished episode 75. I gotta work on Stan, but I want to take a break and do Maroon Lust, and then go back to the topic of the 100 Baby Challenge. I think that also in this same episode, the kids that age up to teenagers will age up to young adults by the end of the episode. because I'm working on getting their homework done and their skills. They're all frozen. I hate it when that happens. And I'll just stand there and don't do anything. Oh, speaking of which, one of Zev's kids in the future, 4th generations, 5th generation Zev's kids here. One of them, at a party, is invited to one of Zev's kids'. Oh, Zev has invited one of her siblings to her party, right? Her kids at a party. Okay, one of Zev's kids that are young adults is pregnant. Okay, 3rd trimester pregnant, and stands there, doesn't go home even after the party's over, and stays there until she goes into labor and has her baby. Are you kidding me? Didn't want to go home? But then then I had the notification that her baby was born. Like a duck, because I was standing right there. But her baby is at her house, not at mine. So, and I had to make her go home with the MC Command Center. You have to force people to go home. I said, go home to your kid. Leave me alone. Also, when one of Zev's older children, when Zev's finally towards the end of the challenge, of her part of the challenge, one of her older kids dies in front of her, and she gets a notification that her kid died. It's like, duh! I just saw it! Are you kidding me? Why get a notification if the person died right in front? Why did Zev get a notification if her son died right in front of her? That is so stupid. Well, duh. I just saw him die of old age. My gosh, are you kidding me? Why get notified if Zev witnesses death? Doesn't make any sense. That's when you not get notified, because you already know about it. That's so stupid. Or it's like this. You say you make a new friend. Everybody and your brother knows about it. And say, I heard you're friends with so-and-so. How would you know? I just made this friend. Who told you that? That went around really fast. And when people always call your sim, they're always calling to spread gossip about one of their siblings. Are you kidding me? The only time they call up your sim is to spread gossip. That's pretty lame. They just, when they just call up your sim in the chat. They just gossip. I think that's pretty stupid. Or I get a notification that Zev got invited by one of her kids to go to a talent showcase. I click on the link, and it says the actual place that this person was going to take me to. A residential place. It's like, that's not where. That's not. You usually don't have talent showcases at people's residence, right? You try to trick me, you turd. Also, one of Zev's kids invited her out to the park to hang out with the family. One of Zev's kids would you like to hang out with me at the park? Zev goes to the park, sees her kid there, and her kid just ditches her like that. Like, what? I wanted to record that, but then it was toward the end. I'm like, seriously? You're gonna ditch me? How dare you? I raised you. How dare you treat me like that? It's like, if you think I'm a bad parent, wait till you see Stan's 100 Baby Challenge. She's gonna have the hate children trait. But I put the lot trait called Peace and Quiet on his. I gave him the lot trait for Peace and Quiet so he doesn't get as tense. But he will get tense a lot. So that'll be interesting. And Prince is evil. I'm gonna give Prince the klepto trait. He's gonna live off stealing other people's stuff. 'Cause he's evil. He is so evil. So the thumbnails I already made for Stan and Prince for the 100 Baby Challenge are just first generation. For Stan, first generation, but I don't know about the second, third, fourth. There won't be a season 2 to that, to Stan. No. Do not talk me into that. No 4 generations. Like, this one has a season 2 to have 2 more generations to add another 100 kids. I'm not doing that for Stan. Don't talk me into it. I'm not doing it. I like to ask people's opinions on something, but in the end, it's still my decision. I may go with your decision. Like when Frank said that when I should go all out for the final generation Zev, he said the house she should live in is a cabin. I built it, and let me tell you, he's not wrong. It's epic. She's gonna live in that. I put her in that house, but I haven't played her in it yet. But I put her in that house, and it looks so pretty because I ended it during the winter, and so the final generation Zev on her lot in the wintertime when snow is on the ground and the cabin it's like a cabin in the woods. It looks so pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I do have the build video for the log cabin legs. But y'all won't see that until the beginning of June. Like I said, I have an upload schedule, and that's where it fell on. The duplex Lex is not until the 9th, I think. She's sad, but that's because one of her aunts or uncles died. Which will be her aunts or uncles. That's like the third generation Zev's kids. I really like that Valentine legs that I built for the third generation Zev. I can't believe that went by so fast. Because I built that house specifically for Zev. Is that the same with the frozen legs? Or it looks like a big ice cube? You and the way you're walking, you're just being dramatic for no reason. Enraged because, oh, your life is just so hard at high school. Oh my gosh. You have not even been to the real world yet. You act like your life is just so hard. You're a spoiled little brat. These kids are spoiled. They live in a nice house. They got a big pool. Seb's kids are spoiled to the core. And these kids gotta cry about it. Like, my life is just so hard. Give me a break. So not only did Zeb's kids age up again. Wait, did they age up? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, they did age up. All of them aged up. I'm trying to find the right one. Yeah. Okay. Call the meal. I mean, you can't get to the food. You're such a turd, Pharaoh. You can get to the food. Because everybody and their brother will get to it before he does, because he's lazy. You know, I had kids just stand there after meals being called. Kids just standing there and looking at the food instead of grabbing a piece. It's like, y'all dumb. You could have... And they waited till there's like one slice left. Or something. Look at you! Spoiled little rotten brat the way you're walking right now. He's a spoiled rotten kid. He acts like the world owes him a favor. I mean, mom gets him a nice expensive house to live in. I mean, come on! Your house is like a day at the beach. Your mom buys you an expensive house to live in. Be grateful, you little turd. But his mom buying him an expensive house to live in, I use the free real estate cheat. So yeah, his mommy buys him a nice big house to live in. And her house is pretty much like a day at the beach. She always make sure there's food on the table. She doesn't make him do any chores. She lets him get away with a ton of crap. She's spoiled. These kids are spoiled. And they have no idea how spoiled they are. Seb spoils her children. But will Stan spoil his children? And since he doesn't have a hate children trait, he doesn't have anything like the kids play stuff like the swing set and the jungle gym and the slide, the toddler slide and the ball pit and all that stuff's not in his yard. Across the street from where he is, there's a play area for kids, and they just go across the street if they want to play. So that's just how I feel. You know, I didn't have time to age everybody up at the party. Because there was so limited time. I couldn't age Brock up. I couldn't age everybody up on the same party because, like I said, not enough time to age everybody up when you got people that gotta have time to eat and all that. Like, wait, didn't I just age her up? Didn't I just age a chance? Wait. I didn't have time to age her up to young adult. I didn't have time. I aged up to 3 toddlers. I aged up Andrew. And that's it? No, that's it. I aged everybody up. Everybody's aged up. And what's with the dirty dishes on the table? Zev. Dang it, Zev. Pick up that pile that's sitting on the table. While you're at it. Thank you, Zev. Thank you, Zev, very much. Wait till these 3 kids do their homework and that. By the end of this episode. Are they arguing? Seriously, y'all. I see 790 arguing with one of her younger siblings. Like, was that really necessary? Good, now you all will get B's tomorrow. I hope so, anyways. Anyways, we're coming close to the end of this video, so stay tuned for part 13. When Zed will get a new boyfriend, and Zed would work on her skills. So, a new boyfriend for Zev. So that's something to look forward to. So stay tuned for part 13.